I-bonds. I'm going to tell you what they are, how you can buy them, and why they can bring you way more returns than what you're getting at the bank. If you've been listening to the news or buying literally anything in the past few months, you've probably noticed prices are way up. But there is a silver lining, and it's called an I-bond. Now, before we get into how I-bonds work and how you can get in on the action, a little bit of a disclaimer. This isn't financial advice, so make sure you do plenty of research based on your own situation before you commit your hard-earned money. That said, the one thing that sets I-bonds apart from other investments like cryptocurrency or speculating on the stock market is that they're backed by the US government. So there's a lot more security and peace of mind. So let's start with the basics. What is an I-bond? Well, to get the lowdown, I hit up CNET's resident money expert, editor-at-large of CNET Money, Farnoosh Torabi.
An I-bond is a government-issued bond. You can buy it straight from the Treasury's website. It's basically a type of savings instrument that attempts to track your cash alongside inflation, more or less. It means that the interest it earns is roughly in line with the rate of inflation.
When inflation is low, the return is also low. And inflation has been low and pretty steady for the past few decades. But over the past year or so, inflation has been shooting up. In March 2022, it hit 8.5%, the highest it's been since 1981.
If your money was just sitting in a standard savings account earning 0%, your savings would actually be losing value. For example, saving $1 this time last year would actually be worth 91 cents today, given the current rate of inflation.
You buy I-bonds on the Treasury Direct website. According to the Treasury, you can own an I-bond if you have a social security number and you meet one of three conditions. 1, you're a US citizen, either living in the US or abroad. 2, you're a US resident. Or 3, you're a, quote, civilian employee of the United States, no matter where you live. You just need to set up a Treasury Direct account to buy them online. To open your account, head to treasurydirect.gov. Go to the Individuals tab at the top and click on My Accounts. Then click Open an Account and Apply Now. Choose Individual, then Submit. On the next page, fill out the account owner information and taxpayer identification number, which in this case is your social security number. Then fill out your bank details, read the T's and C's, and click Submit. Next up, review your info and click Submit again to get to the security page. You'll need to choose an image to personalize your account and set up your password and security questions. After all that, your account number is sent to your email address. You log in with that, which sends you another email, this time with a one-time password, which you can finally use to log in. All right, now you're on your Treasury Direct account. To buy bonds, go to the Buy Direct tab at the top of the screen, then choose Series I under the Savings Bonds heading. Now, choose how much you want to buy and whether it's a single or repeat purchase. You can spend anywhere between $25 to $10,000 down to the nearest penny. The max you can buy online in a calendar year is $10,000 worth, but you can also buy an extra $5,000 of paper I-bonds through your tax return. Click Submit to review the details of your purchase, click Submit again, and you're done. It should take 1 business day for your purchase to show up in your account. So now, the big question. Let's talk returns. The interest on I-bonds is a combination of a fixed interest rate, which is set when you buy the bond, and a variable interest rate that's set by the Treasury every 6 months. At the time of making this video in April 2022, that combined rate is 7.1%, and the rate is expected to go up, potentially hitting 9.6%. That's a lot better than what you'll get from a standard savings account at the bank. And the great news is the interest is compounded every 6 months. So 6 months in, the interest you earn is added to the principal amount that you purchased originally to create a new principal value. That's the power of compound interest, baby. I-bonds earn interest for up to 30 years, but you need to keep them for at least 1 year before you cash them out. And if you take them out before 5 years, you'll lose the previous 3 months' interest. So as a real-world example, say you cash out after 18 months, you'll only get the first 15 months worth of interest. So who should be buying I-bonds? Well, here's Farnoosh from CNET Money again.
I-bonds can be a safe haven for cash that you may not need for the medium term, in my opinion. For example, you might need money for a home down payment in the next 5 years. These are things that you foresee happening in the future, but any money that you won't need for 5 years or more, you may be able to afford more risk, and you might even make more money investing in the stock market.
So if you've got a bit of spare money that you don't need right away, this could be perfect. But remember, you need to keep your I-bonds for at least a year, so this isn't for cash that you might need in an emergency. And importantly, you still need to pay taxes. But the good news is it's just federal tax, so not state tax. So that's everything you need to know about I-bonds. Big thanks to my colleague Farnoosh Tarabi from CNET Money for helping us break this one down. And remember, if you want more practical tips like this, Farnoosh has you covered. Be sure to subscribe to CNET Money to find out how you can get your money working harder for you.